Hello. So we're here today I'm here with Aaron and Selina, and we're working together on the Village 3.0 Summit, and we wanted to talk a bit about it today. So first, maybe just a lightning introduction to what is Village 3.0. We have some articles and videos about it, but as a quick intro, it's this idea of developing a new kind of village for the 21st century, taking advantage of the realities of online work, new ways of learning, a more holistic understanding of what healthy, balanced life is, and using these ideas to design a new kind of village. So now the Village 3.0 Summit 2017. Selina, can you give us a little intro?
Hello. The summit, we want to start to catalyze the collaboration and all the knowledge about how to create this new type of village, focusing on the six things of the hexagon. So livelihood, learning, health, place, purpose, people, and for that we want to gather all knowledge possible, start to build the movement of Village 3.0. And
maybe that's good.
Yes, no. And the important part is create the connection, start the networking of people, because what we want is share ideas from all over the world and join them and create really the new type of village. And that's it.
Yes. So to supplant, because we're doing a lot of online collaboration, a lot of online conversations like this, but the human real world connection is very important. So to bring people together in the real world. So maybe a quick introduction of who we are. Aaron, who are you?
Cool. I'm Aaron, and for about 2 years now, I've been playing around in this space. Started with a group of people in London. We had this project, we called it Finding Aldea. And Aldea is village in Spanish. And so generally, actually that interest began with financial independence, but now it's kind of expanded out into a lot of different things for how creating a village could be useful. But yeah, generally really interested in this, leveraging information technology to create intentional communities. And Village 3.0 is perfect for that. Been collaborating with Victor and others around this for a while now too. So, yeah.
Selina?
So I'm an electrical engineer student. I just had my first job last year, but my family from my father's side, they are all agriculture and they live in a real normal small village. And since I remember, I always loved to be in nature, eat properly, because everything is from them, from their cultivations. And another thing that I always love there is people collaborate without you have to ask. It happens naturally. So my grandmother will not have cows. She produces everything but not milk, but the neighbor has milk and she gives the milk. We give lettuces or something. And when is the grapes harvesting, people come to help without us asking, and then we just do a big dinner or lunch with everyone. And I always, because I live in a city or near the city, I live near Lisbon, and I always felt that disconnection in the city. So I wanted to live in the countryside and have that type of life, but at the same time, I'm a programmer. I do electronics. I need connection with the city. So I also admire different cultures, different people, different type of age, different type of cultures, and how every time you're in this situation, you have a lot of different information that you never thought about. And gathering all of this in a way that you can really create something, and how can you do this collaboration work, because people are really different, and then there's also fights, and how can we do this conscience of you're different than me, I have to accept your differences, but at the same time we can do a lot of you can, how can I explain? All of this network of knowledge, and how can we collaborate all together, and at the same time live opening the window and it's all green and good
Yes.
food.
I
This
I
is what
really
I
I really
to find
connect
the
with that.
magic
I
to make
think
this.
I think for me also. So I'm Victor. I've been thinking about village somewhere between 3 and 45 years. In some ways, in many ways, it feels like it's a journey I've been my whole life discovering this need. I'm not as lucky as you. I didn't grow up in Greenway. I grew up in a very concrete, very apartment block. But over time, I've realized that I do need this greenery. And I very much, like you, I think I very much see this Village 3.0 idea as the surge of finding this right balance of being able to live in nature, but taking advantage of the possibilities that internet creates to work globally, to be connected to global ideas, to global culture. So I think whilst in many ways, until recently, village was traditionally considered and traditionally were closed, people were closed in on each other. The ideas didn't flow. You know, you had to go far away to get goods, to get modern work. I think now we're at an amazing time where you can have both. You can be part of nature, part of a healthy, robust local community, as well as being part of the global community.
Yes. Yeah, and also because maybe there are people that prefer to live in a city. It's okay. It's also the how to make this network work.
Yes. And
Okay.
this actually, sorry to interrupt you, I think this
Okay.
goes very much to the next few minutes of what we want to talk about is the goals for the summit. Because I
Yes.
think this is very much what our hope is for the 2017 summit, Village 3.0 summit. Maybe Aaron, maybe you can say a few words. What do you see as, what are your hopes for this year's summit?
Goals for the summit. Well, I once wrote down. Hopefully, we'll be able to trace the creation of a physical village back to this summit. Right, that we can trace its roots back to it. And really, I think that is kind of simply the ultimate goal, right? You know, we're in the cloud right now, right? We're going to put this on YouTube. We're talking on Facebook groups, but in the end, yes, we just need to find ourselves back on the ground. So that's what it comes down to. Okay, but certainly we need to just kind of see who's in this space too, right? So okay, so that's the ultimate point that we want to reach. But along the way, it's a very new space. And one thing that I've seen people do is they find an idea, you know, they find something new, kind of a novel idea. And it's very typical to keep that idea to yourself and kind of go down this path and just get really into your own mind. And maybe you tell a few people about the idea, but usually there are a lot of other people that are converging on that idea at the same time as well. So I think that we're starting to see that there are a lot of people that are coming to that, right? That's how Victor and I met Selina as well. So let's figure out who else is in this space, right? And the more diversity, the better, no doubt. We don't want it to just be, you know, we're going to find that I imagine we're going to find a lot of people that have this idea in common with us, but might be quite different from us. In that, you know, it's really going to accelerate our ability to find a solution and create a physical space. So anyway, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Perspectives as well. I think we want to, of course, gather different knowledge. So we'll have the speakers, and even the attendees will give their knowledge and what they think about this, and how do they think that how do you think that you can create this new village? What are the main points and all of that? But also the event, I think, will be actually kind of already not a test, but a real test on collaboration. So people will have to collaborate. So it's already a starting point to see how people, what are the difficulties and all of that. So
yeah, I very much hope that this is also why we're calling this the summit, not just a conference or something like that. I personally feel that the traditional conference format is starting to wear thin, and lots of people are searching for something new. So I don't think we don't necessarily have the answer, but I think we're really looking forward to exploring, how can we create a space where people come together and are really able in a short time to connect, to find common projects that they can work on, to start projects, and to really find people that they can then continue collaborations with. So my dream is that, yes, eventually a village, maybe first a pop-up village, or, even if just some people meet other people that they would like to start a village with together, or explore ideas, then we have succeeded.
yes,
That's great.
And maybe start thinking about how can we do this framework of connecting all this different knowledge of people. And for me, is a big point. Is the
so
Hey, Victor, just one thing. Yeah, it's very key what you said there, I think. So you've said that, it's not really you and I and Selina that are organizing this. I mean, certainly we're doing a lot of the early first work to get it going, but I think that we imagine that at the summit, it's only going to become less and less us being the organizers and more just inviting people to organize this with us and be a part of it, right? So It's no longer this top-down conference. It's really anybody's. This is something that we're probably just going to keep on having to repeat. This belongs to anybody. We just happen to be some of the first people trying to, kickstart things.
Yeah.
So it's much more it's not a top down, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a top.
I think maybe this is the best wrap up that we have, is that this video is an invitation for anybody who's interested in these ideas and would like to join us in Portugal this October. To any ideas that you have for workshops, co-creation things, or anything that you'd like to present, or any other help that you'd like to give us, we're very much looking for people to join this team, and let's do it together.
Yes. And
Selina,
I can say we are thinking about doing 2 days of more or less conference and 3 days of co-creation. So and workshops and real making something out of what we
and the
learn.
location is beautiful, right? Can you tell us a little bit about the location, Selina?
So it's in Guimarães. Guimarães, it's a small village next to Sintra. So Sintra is how do you say? Sorry, I don't know the name. Patrimonial heritage, mundial heritage. Because
very beautiful. That's good enough.
World Heritage.
No, but the interesting part,
Heritage.
they give this to they called this to Sintra. This special one is culture. I only know the name in Portuguese.
UNESCO. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes, just because of the mixture of exotic and native plants. Not only the native, so it's the mixture of both that makes Sintra the mundial heritage. So it's also a mixture of cultures in Sintra, because there's lots of foreigners living there, and also Portuguese people, and there's rich and poor, so there's all kind of mixture there. So it's perfect.
Sounds
and it's
perfect.
beautiful, green, 10 minutes from the beach, horses, everything. Nice food.
Wonderful.
It's great.
Great.
It's great.
Okay.